Okay, so you're wanting to change your oil out of your Toyota Camry 2012. On this model, this is a 4-cylinder model, and part of this is that it's a mid to late 2012 edition 4-cylinder. And if your engine bay looks like this, then you are watching the correct video. So on this right here, what I want you to take a look at is the oil cap and confirm what you have. This is a 0W20, and I'll show you what it looks like right here. Of the type of oil that you need to get. Typically Mobil 1 will sell a 0W20. It's for fuel efficiency. If you're in a pinch, you can go ahead and get the 5W20 instead. We're going to use Mobil 1 in this case, and part of this is that you can buy the oil at any local place like Walmart or an AutoZone, and you can also return that oil at the end. So we will move on to the next step. When you're changing your oil, part of where your oil change bolt is going to be on the passenger side, close to the front passenger wheel. So you'll see right here is where your drain bolt will be, and that's going to take a 15 socket, and then your oil change filter is going to be right here. And this is a cartridge style, so if you're not used to this, you're going to have to take this portion out, drain it, and then take out this entire portion and add a paper filter to it. So we'll move on to this step and show you how to drain it. So once you've loosened it, I like to do things by hand, and part of this is removing this and also the gasket that goes along with it. And the trick is to kind of push this along whenever you feel it kind of loose so that you can control the oil flowing out. And once you remove that, make sure you wipe out the oil portion and let that drain. So after you've drained this, part of what you want to do is let this drain for a couple minutes. Some folks let it drain for about 10-15 minutes. I let it drain until it starts dripping if I'm running low on time, and then go ahead and replace that with your drain bolt, and make sure you replace it with a new washer. Sometimes I reuse the old washer, kind of depends on what you want to do. And then we are going to take out and replace the filter next. So when we take this apart right here, we're going to use an extension wrench from your kit right here. We're going to open this portion up, and then this plate right here is about that deep. So we're going to open that up and then put the drain valve on here to allow it to drain. And so what's going to happen is we're going to remove that, put that portion in, and then it's going to drain the oil from here out, and then we're going to remove this with the adapter to get that portion out. Alright, so once you've removed this, depending on who replaced the oil filter in your car in the past, it's a cartridge style filter. So when you remove this, you're going to end up taking the old filter out, removing this and throwing this away, and then replacing this gasket right here. And then if you manage to get the bottom portion out, I unfortunately didn't, it was on way too tight, you're going to replace that gasket as well. And inside your kit, it's going to have these two gaskets as well. Alright, so when you're removing this, you can sometimes do it with your finger. What I recommend is just using a flathead screwdriver, then pulling that portion out and just removing it and flipping out, and then putting the new one on. So this is the paper element. This is an OEM replacement from Toyota. It cost me about $4 from Toyota. At a local parts store, you're going to get something similar. I recommend Mobil or Purelator or Wix or any just high name brand. Framework's great as well. Just kind of depends on your preference. And just go ahead and replace this portion in there. We did this a little bit earlier ago, and I had a tough time getting this off right here. But there's also another gasket there. But I'm not going to replace it for this case, and I'm just going to go ahead and replace this. But make sure you do replace this element and this gasket as part of your replacement for this. Alright, so we're going to replace your engine oil, and we're going to go ahead and put 4.7 quarts inside this. This is a 5-quart bucket, and what I usually like to do is I like to go to the 4-quart mark and then slow down and then measure from there.